come forward. So kids, this is a time in worship when we invite you to get up, move around, come on over to this part of the sanctuary for a message that is for you. I have a couple pieces to set up. You can come closer if you want. I've got some things to show you, got some things to give you. And so I'm glad to see so many of you here today. Yeah, don't hesitate. Come on up for a front row seat here, guys. All right. So we are in the month of May, and for this month, we're doing something special with children's ministry here at church. We're doing a blessing each week, and we're calling it May We Be, and then we fill in that word. But may we be blessed is the theme of our month. And so every week in May, we're having a different blessing word. So we had 2 weeks ago, may we be, you can see the bumblebee theme going on here, may we be fed. And that week we talked about communion, and we talked about how we feed people, and we're feeding people right now through Sunday school by using our Sunday school offering to buy beehives through Heifer International to be able to help people in other countries sustain their life through bees. So may we be fed. In fact, the honey sticks that I gave you that week, there's still some left over if you weren't here. They're in the narthex. And then last week it was may we be united. And I showed you a craft. The craft that the crafters at St. Paul made happened to be a bee craft this season. And they gave it to our homebound members as a way for us to be united. People who are at church and people who are worshiping at home. And so even some of those extra crafts are in the narthex. If you weren't here, you can take them. And now today, our next bee blessing is here. Adam, do you want to take it out of the bin for us? Here's our bee. Let's see what the word is. May we be sent. And so I'm going to add this bee to our hive here, and we'll connect this word to 3 different things: the gospel, a part of worship, and a work of the church. Today's gospel, Jesus sends his disciples, and then he himself is sent up. He ascends. So that's what we heard in the story today from Luke. And in worship, we have a part of the service that is called the sending. It's at the very end when we too are sent out into the world to tell and share Jesus with others. And there's a special work of the church. Well, I couldn't bring it in here because I was afraid that there might be some bees that are already enjoying it, and I didn't want to bring that into our space. So I took a picture of it. This is a bee hotel, and there's a couple of these bee hotels out in the sacred grounds by the gardens, and these were put there and made by the Girl Scouts that meet here at St. Paul. And I learned that a bee hotel is not like a home. The bees don't stay here forever, but the bees use this as a place to be fed and to grow, and then they're sent out to go do their work. This is just kind of a resting place for them before they go out and do what they are made to do. And so I was thinking how church is kind of like this, where we come here to church and we're fed, and we're united, and we're also sent out to go out into the world. We don't live here at church. We don't stay here all day, every day. We go out into the world. Just as Jesus sends his disciples, he sends us. So for your gift today, your bee gift, I have for you a garden stake. And of course, it's shaped like a bee. So you can take this home, or maybe if you have some coloring tools here in church today, you can color it here. And then you can take it and put it in your own garden. Or if you don't have a garden, put it here in the Sacred Grounds garden. But let this be a reminder to you that you are sent to go out and do God's work in the world. So before I give these to you, and there's also kids' bulletins to take back to your seat over there, let's say a prayer and the whole congregation can join in. Please repeat after me. Thank you, Lord, for sending us out to do your work in the world. Amen. So take a garden stake, take a kid's bulletin, and then you can be sent back to your pews